let's go ahead and kick this off. Is everybody here? I didn't do a roll call.
Yeah.
Yes. We should be at least.
Alright, so recap. Where we last left our posse. You guys are in the small village town of Bisbee at the end of the Southern Railway on the Cochise County. The town has been suffering from disappearances every 7 days, and 7 people have disappeared. So you guys went down to investigate, and you've decided to team up with 2 outlaw drifters who happen to know quite a bit about the Weird West and have identified the culprits of these disappearances as a nest of Nosferatu, blood-sucking abominations. So, you guys have teamed up with these guys, and you're waiting till the next night, which is when they're supposed to come out and kidnap somebody and take them back to their lair. The plan is to, however many of them come out, allow one of them to escape so that you can follow him back to his nest and hopefully kill all of the Nosferatu, thus saving the town.
Yep, sounds about right.
Alright.
Well, I guess I'll be the first to say it. I am absolutely thrilled that this is what this trip turned into. Let's go find 2 outlaws and kill them. Sure. We can do that. We found them. Now instead, going to kill Nosferatu.
Okay, I need to deal with this thing that I mentioned before we started the stream. So could you guys just chat in character, do whatever? I'm gonna be right back.
I don't suppose any of you know what happens to those who fall to a Nosferatu.
Pretty sure
I would
he turned into
assume
a
it's
vampire.
not party and cakes.
Well, the most unfortunate turn
Or a
to the
zombie.
Nosferatu. The rest of them just are hung upside down through various means, sometimes by hooks, and dripped dry of all of their blood.
Meh.
I wasn't too far from a party with cakes.
I am just so thrilled to be traveling with such an adventurous group. I feel like this is going to be quite interesting.
I'm still not buying this whole Nosferatu crap that y'all are spewing. I think maybe they're just on drugs.
Possible as that might be, sure, a regular person, and I'm gonna kind of up and down, I guess, Mad Dog Willis, and I'll look over at Gwen as 2 normal people. Could go
I'm
crazy.
normal too, wink wink.
No, you're not, Lewis. Sorry. But
Just because I paint myself.
oh,
I'm
it goes
crazy.
so much further than that. But we'll get there in just a second if you're interested. But Gwen, it could be. It very well could be. But I promise you that if it's not, you will very much be able to tell the difference, and you need to be prepared for that.
I don't know. Drugs can do crazy things to a person.
They can, and I completely agree with you. I'm just asking that you have an open mind.
Everything has a logical explanation.
Oh, it does. I cannot agree with you more when it comes to that. This will too, if you have an open mind.
In any case, we should still keep our head above our shoulders and be aware that these people have a wanted notice on them, meaning that they could be saying the truth and we could be facing something unusual out here, or they could be lying to get us away from the town and murder us. We should be ready for any eventuality.
Very true. Excellent point, Lewis.
Okay.
Well,
now
then,
that you bring that up, it probably is
Oh, yeah.
the case. Nothing out of the ordinary going on besides two bandits.
you
Yo,
think these
yeah,
two
but-
bandits are staying in a town in which they've kidnapped or killed somebody every 7 days?
Without getting caught at all times.
There's
It
no
must
getting
be
caught
pretty
about it. They're
intense.
sitting in, they're sitting in the open.
Yo, Jacob.
It's easy when people just believe in folk tales.
Cock an
There you
eyebrow.
go.
Sorry, let Mad Dog talk.
No, I'm not talking.
But I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at Gwen and say, you do raise a very good point, and it's hard to argue its validity without hard evidence. And I'm just asking that if the evidence isn't what you expect it to be, that you be open to that, even though you very well might be correct. And I'll tell you what, if you are, I'll buy you a drink.
Okay, that sounds like a deal.
Excellent. You keep an open mind. They try to kill us and stab us in the back. Buy you a drink.
Yeah, I probably won't keep an open mind though.
I'm really hoping I don't have to buy you a drink.
I finally got a different fate chip. I'm excited. I don't know what it does, but I'm excited.
What color is it?
Ready to
It's
go over
red.
it?
There's no
Okay.
reason to be excited about that.
Oh. Well, this entire time, all I've ever gotten was white, so I'm just excited that I got a different color. I thought I
Cool
was
beans.
broken.
Well, there's an overwhelming amount of white chips. There's 35 chips.
okay.
20 of them are white.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so.
That's because Jacob hates the other races.
Yeah, damn blue people. Yeah, blue people are the minority in this here fate pot. All right,
Damn
so
blue people.
you guys gonna look for a room?
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to find a place to hold up until, or throughout the night.
There's a
there's a
normally
boarding
I
house
said I'm
and it's
sleeping
empty.
outside, but in a case like this, I am not sleeping outside.
Yeah, there's a border house and it's empty, so you guys can easily find rooms. And it's $3
I'm
a night.
assuming there's no place for me to find work.
Oh my god.
Do you want to?
Do you want to? I mean, I'm sure you could. Preferably if you get your own room.
They're
Brian,
actually,
it's
I mean,
$3,
Goldfish. This town is probably ripe for work, considering a lot of people think that tomorrow's going to be their last night on Earth, their last day on Earth. So this would make it their last night on Earth. So yeah, there'd be a line if you really wanted to work tonight.
They also call
Get
that a
it,
train,
freaky.
Goldfish.
Could I charge double? Would I be able to get away with that?
Well, you can set your price, but you know, this is not a rich town, so how much would you charge?
1,000.
I'm trying to think of what the pay scale would be. So at the other place, I was getting 15 a night,
Right.
right? And that
you're the
place
highest
is
class.
more lucrative and wealthy.
It's Tombstone, yeah,
So-
it's larger, more
Yeah.
traffic. This is Bisbee. This is the end of a line
Um,
place where people are fleeing.
But I figure since I could probably get away with working for myself tonight instead of, for someone else, I could probably just charge 10 and walk away with 10 per person.
Well, I
maybe.
imagine.
Or do you think?
Man, how many people do you want to freaking do tonight?
I don't
You do
know.
know you gotta sleep, right?
In Amsterdam, they charge €50 for 15 minutes.
Well,
So if that helps you at all.
it doesn't
The
help at all.
fact that Roke is over
Yeah,
here
I was gonna say, I
telling
don't
us
think
their
that helps at all.
prices.
Let's use a modern scale of
No,
things
let's-
that are extremely expensive compared to a
Oh,
old
boy.
tale world in a fantasy setting. Yeah, that's definitely translated very well.
The exact same job. But anyway.
I figure I
Oh.
could work for a couple hours. Each client would be anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, so I could probably have a minimum of 8 to 12 clients within you know.
Oh, don't forget, you're probably gonna need to get a room.
And a
Well,
bucket
yeah.
of water to cool off.
Well, I'd imagine this is a vigorous time for you. So after each one, after the first, I'd make you make a vigor check with a cumulative -1 as you go. Or I just make you make a vigor check until you get fatigued and then, get the fatigue penalty. I could do that. Because I suppose, you're not doing most of the work.
Well, I mean, I'll do it till I get tired. If I get tired early, something like that, I'll go ahead and close up shop. I'm not, like, trying to kill myself here.
I didn't even matter to talk about this. Like, really in depth.
Alright, well... how many clients do you want to have?
Now we're talking about how long it'll take me to get tired and shit. I don't
Well-
know.
So she gets tired.
Well, you
Pick a number. Just pick a number
and
and then
we'll-
see if
go.
you get there. You know?
Okay, well, I will strive for 10.
10
There you go.
That's
in
awesome.
one night?
Let's
mean,
do
you're
it.
not gonna be
Let's
sleeping.
do it. Come on.
That
So
means
roll
you're
the
not going to
dice.
be sleeping.
You know,
Start rolling the
we're gonna
dice.
How
we're
long
gonna
do
have
these people
old-
take? It's not like all-nighters here.
No,
You
I
literally
an
have
idea.
like a queue formed in front of the door. You're like, next!
I have an idea.
Yeah,
You,
I think
you get them into a gangbang. There you go. They all
Okay,
bang at once.
Zkiller, come on. I'm trying to keep this as classy as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking
Yeah, it's
about
pretty classy.
prostitution.
Now, if they have
Right.
a 2 for 1, okay, the price is going up to $30 here.
My gosh. Okay.
All
so
right.
Start rolling.
Okay, so I'm rolling what?
I don't know if there's going to be 10 people who have $10 each and are willing to spend it on a
But
night.
you're certainly rolling in the sheets, that's for sure.
Oh my god. Alright, so you want 10 clients. I'm going to do a D10 roll. Alright, unfortunately only 2 people are both willing and have the money you're asking for.
Wow, I should have said 20.
It doesn't matter, man.
I'm pretty sure it would have made it
Alright,
work.
so
They're
make a
making
vigor
enough
roll
money to-
after the first one. Alright. You earn
crushed
yourself
it.
$20.
She doesn't get an extra bonus for acing
Well,
it.
she
No,
got
that just
mine,
means she was able to last through her 2 clients with no problem.
Oh, okay. Good for her.
They didn't give me a good tip. Ease.
Oh, that's a shame.
They keep
Right?
making
I
it
don't know why you
$2.
shared that with us.
That's real shame.
So, but you do
That's-
have to. I mean, you do have to pay for a room, unless you're just gonna like
Which
This
is
poor
$2,
Yeah,
Bucks,
you
right?
said that was 3.
$3
said
for a
that was
boarding
free.
house. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's $3.
So
$30.
you turned a
Wait,
$17
how much for
profit.
the horse? Did we bring our horse?
Did you bring your horse? The other 2
Yeah,
left their
we
horse
did.
in
Yeah, I did.
Tombstone.
No.
No, she brought her horse. I left mine.
I left mine too.
Well, there's no livery in Bisbee. You literally just tie it to a hitch, and then
I hope nobody steals it.
yeah,
Okay,
and
well,
then
I'm
you'd
gonna
have
take
to
my
feed it
stuff
yourself.
up to the room then. On him. But I'm
Right,
not
yeah,
gonna
you
move
wouldn't
it
wanna
or
leave him
anything, 'cause
saddled
then,
up.
Yeah.
Well, you might leave the saddle on overnight, but not his saddlebags if you have those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I would just him. How much would it cost to feed him then?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not much. Let's say 50 cents, and that way I don't have to look it up.
Great, great. You make me have to go to the next one. Thanks.
I mean, that's what a meal costs for a person. A good meal.
Literally, I had 25 cents in the cent pile.
Rip. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Okay, so I got $20 and I spent $3.50.
Math is hard.
Okay, so I'm doing okay. I got a little bit of money.
You're gonna be
Excellent.
making more than everybody else. That's for sure. Alright. So the next day. How do you guys spend the day preparing for that night?
I always spend a day preparing for that night.
Great,
With my
thanks.
previous role, would I be
Sorry, I
aware
didn't
of...
hear you.
Sorry.
I asked, how do you spend the day preparing for that night?
Well, in my case, I already have everything I need. So, I assume we had decided for one of these things, or maybe more, to come to the village to try and abduct whatever they're abducting, correct?
Right.
Hmm?
Then we're gonna follow it back.
And if I remember, Jake, the barkeep said that even though people tried to stay awake, they wouldn't be able to. Like, they eventually fell asleep, correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, everyone needs to sleep, but yes. But keep in mind, like he was talking about himself, and his patrons
Okay.
were all had all been drinking. So
Yeah,
I don't know if you've drunk
already
before,
gone.
but you will go to sleep eventually.
Okay, well, the way I would there is basically, just not explore too far because I mean, fuck it, this place is creepy. But just like, get a good feel of my surrounding, maybe get a nap in the afternoon so that I can stay awake longer during the night.
Okay, that makes sense.
And aside from that, not much, unless somebody needs me. Maybe meditating.
Is that boarding house only available for the night? I mean, I guess it's only
At
available for that
$3, I
day.
hope you have it for the day too.
Yeah, usually boarding houses they give you breakfast and dinner as part of your thing, and you're expected to leave the boarding house. But you can stay in your room all day, but you'd have to pay for another day. You know?
Yeah, I got you. That ain't happening. I won't be doing much. Well, it's gonna be like.
And Lewis, I assume you do your rituals, do your daily exercises.
Yes.
Okay,
Actually, I would have done that in my room.
gotcha.
That's something. Oh, I did get more. Okay. No, I didn't. Damn it. Whatever. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be doing much. I was gonna take off my duster and leave it in the room, but since I don't have it for the day, I'm not gonna do that. Oh man, those drinks! I forgot how expensive they were. Oh,
Yeah, the outrageously overpriced drinks. Yeah, they were a bit expensive.
Hey,
you know what I do? I know what I do. I'll go.
I was just wondering, does money affect your weight? Like,
Your weight?
how much stuff you have on you? Yeah.
No,
I want to say yeah, but
I didn't say anything about
I don't.
it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it either. So I would just say, rule of what's the word I'm looking for? Common sense.
Within reason.
Yeah, you can't carry like
Well,
500 gold bars on you.
Oh no, maybe not. But wasn't paper money invented by then already?
Yeah, but most people
Yeah.
used coin back in this time. So I mean, obviously, yeah, some people have dollars. But since most of your transactions are in cents for your everyday things, a lot of people didn't carry full dollars. Like they would have at least $2 in change, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then the
Yeah.
rest you would probably have in dollars. And yeah, of course, paper money is completely. I mean, like, you can carry
Greenbacks.
rolls of hundreds and it would weigh nothing. Yeah. So yeah. Assume
okay,
it's not a big
never
deal.
mind. It's something else that's adding all the weight. I think I'm over my weight limit. And I think it's because of my clothing.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be your clothing. Depends how much you wear.
I'm just wearing a dress. So poopy.
Well-
Yeah.
I was gonna say is
What's your
In the
what's
morning.
Your, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to clear this up. What's your encumbrance?
Well, it says that my total load carried. My limit is 20, and that I'm at 20. But I think I'm at more than 20 because I'm adding it up on my my sheet here, my equipment sheet, and it looks like I'm just a hair over it. But I don't have an encumbrance penalty or anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out if it's a sheet that's glitched or if I've got something in wrong or.
1, 2, 3, 3.5. You're over by 0.25, I think. No, you're over by 0.75.
Yeah. So, I'm just wondering why I don't have any kind of penalty or anything.
I think because it doesn't add percentages. So if you carry 0.25 more pounds, you'll get an encumbrance penalty.
Oh, so I can cheat the system?
You can cheat the system
Yay!
by a
Okay.
hair.
I'm sorry. Y'all can carry on.
No, I'm done. It's over. I don't care anymore.
I would also like to take a walk around the town and pretty much copy what Lewis is doing, except I'm gonna try to notice. What I guess would just be like buildings that stick out the most, mini landmarks, so it'll be easy to call out what direction creatures are running off in.
Okay. Well, once everybody's done with that, in the afternoon, of course, not in the afternoon, in the morning, he's gonna eat his breakfast and kind of just sit around.
I
Like
didn't
basically
catch
sit
what
there.
Rogue said.
Well,
But
there
I'll
you
let
go.
Zeke finish.
Yes.
I don't
He's
care
been-
anymore. I
he's
keep
been
getting
trying
interrupted.
so
I just
hard.
don't give a fuck. I'll be back.
I did that on purpose.
Poor guy. I want to walk around town and kind of copy what Lewis did, except while I'm walking around, I want to look for like noticeable buildings, like this is that direction, so it makes it easier to call out which way the creatures are coming from and
Sure.
which way they're running off to. And I'll take a nap as well.
Okay. Mad Dog, you there?
I'm back.
Okay.
Excellent. It's your turn.
For real this time.
No, it's pointless. I don't care. Let's say he's just mentally getting prepared.
Okay,
Whatever.
yeah, you're just preparing. You're just like,
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
Stretches.
getting mentally prepared, and then in the afternoon he's just gonna work out. But yeah,
so there's no rule for like steeling yourself against fear, which I find to be a little disappointing actually. There is a way to inspire your troops, you know, like if you have command, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, even if you prepare yourself for horror, the horror is too horrifying.
Well, I guess Gwen is just gonna go around and hang out. And maybe learn some rumors from the rumor mill.
Alright.
Also, Mad Dog, I hope you know how it feels to be me now. Being ignored all the time.
So what's Gwen gonna do? I wasn't listening.
Are you being for real or just messing?
I'm messing with you.
Okay.
Alright,
Just
so
making sure, like, I didn't have to repeat.
That was funny.
if you guys are interested, now I read this and I was like, mostly for my groups this isn't really a thing or something we already do. But Savage Worlds has this, I guess you can call it a mechanic, called an interlude. And
That's when we go to the commercials.
no, not quite. I'm actually trying to find it in the rulebook. Interludes, there we go. And it's basically like storytelling time. And it occurs during natural downtime, which this would suffice, considering you guys are all like, you know, getting ready for... You're just wasting the day away, basically. I wouldn't say wasting. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So to start, I pick a player and have her draw a card. And then basically what happens is, based on what card you draw, kind of just you get to create parts of your character's backstory and kind of like campfire share it. And there doesn't have to be context. You guys can give it context, like you guys are sitting down for lunch, or you're just two of you meet up and one of you asks, you know, like, basically it's story time. Are you guys interested in that?
Well, I like talking. We all know that.
Yep. And I
And,
like explaining how
if
my
you-
characters are.
If you choose to do an interlude, then after you finish it, assuming it's not total bullshit, like you can't say aliens abducted you and you rode a rocket ship into the space. As long as you
And they rape me.
as long as you know give a story that's realistic, you get a fate chip. So there's a reward for it.
Okay. That's fine by it.
All right, so let's go ahead and have it be. It's dinner. You guys are gonna eat an early dinner, and you guys are gonna be with the Springfield brothers, unless you guys don't want to be. I know you guys are kind of on the fence on trusting them, so I'll make that up to y'all.
I'll sit with him.
Oh yeah,
So
okay. And
with
so
them
you
too?
guys are just like you've got you guys convinced the barkeep that you guys are gonna clear out the trouble, so he's giving you a shot on the house tonight. To steal your spirits, to steal you for
Sure.
whatever you're about to face, because you guys
So I have something to piss myself with.
exactly perfect. And then so you guys are all just sitting around the one saloon, the six of you, sipping on your drink because as soon as it's gone you have to pay a ludicrous amount of money for more. Eating whatever meal is available in town. It's probably nothing great. And then it says I get to pick a player. Well, I know that. Okay, well, first of all, who doesn't want to do this? No judgment if you don't want to do this. Everybody's in? All right, cool. In that case, I'm just gonna randomize it because I'm lame.
We can each be a suit, and you can draw a card.
I forgot how much the meals were here.
Just go with normal for the meals. Just go for normal pricing.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
so Mad Dog, you're gonna go first. Obviously, Mad Dog, everyone, you've been really insistent on how little you like groups, and so eventually, as you guys are sipping on your whiskey and eating your food, someone is just gonna be like, "Why the hell do you always say you don't want to be with groups? Like, is there a story behind that?" And then,
Oh, damn it, I gotta make up one. Alright.
you don't have to, but I mean, like.
No,
So you
no,
can
I
say,
can't.
like, I don't have a story about that, but I do have a story about this, because I'm going to draw your card. So your card is Spades. So Spades is a story of victory. You get to tell your group about a great victory, a personal triumph in your adventures past. How will it affect him afterward? Was there a reward?
Okay, well.
It can be as long or as short as you
going.
want.
I'll probably just do it off my bio. Well, damn it. Well, now, on the hanging with groups there, I don't really have a story I want to tell about that, but I do have something that's, I don't know, a little bit more interesting and I guess you could say victorious in my history, although it did leave me with a bit of a scarring nightmare afterwards. To make of it as you will. Now, I guess you'd be surprised here of old Mad Dog, but I used to be in the army, if I didn't already make that clear. It was during a time in my life that, when I was at the age of 18, I had been drifting and doing odd jobs like it was nothing, but I wanted a little bit of stability in my life. So from the odd jobs I did, I wanted to use those skills towards, fighting, shooting, something of a greater cause. So at the time I was, I guess you could say I was up north and I joined the Union Army. And it was maybe about a year, give or take, when one day, I can't really remember what state it was, but one day my commanding officer had me and two other men go out on a patrol. Just to make sure everything's okay, nothing. It's just little shit work to do, nothing special, instead of sitting around doing nothing. Well, unfortunately on our little patrol, we got attacked by those Saskatchewans. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, Indians. Now, these Indians weren't as friendly as, as ones I met before. These ones were more of the white man must die. Of course, kind of found it weird because I was black, but...
I'm glad
Yeah.
you addressed that. I'm over here shaking my head yes, wondering the same thing, so thank you, Mad Dog. Sorry, please go
But
on.
it really didn't matter as long as I was wearing a uniform. I was part of the white man. But with that attack, it was even odds. It was 3v3, and we seemed like we were winning it. But would you know it? On our little flank there from the back, even more Indians came through. And more. And more. I could guess to estimate about 10 of them. At that point, we were surrounded, and we had nothing to do. Now, obviously, they just took us in as prisoners. Now, I hate telling this part of the story, but see, when they took us in and had us all tied up in a little tent, of course, we're sitting there wondering what the hell they're going to do to us. I got a little hearsay. I could hear them outside. And I heard them saying that they were talking about sacrificing us. You know, it's probably some fucking ritual, some shit like that. And I don't know. It was something in my head that clicked. Actually, for once in my life, felt like I was going to die. Something about that just really irked the crap out of me. So I actually assembled all the strength in my body, put it in my hands, and actually ripped the ropes off. With that, of course, I ripped the ropes off of my teammates, who were gunless, but not knifeless. And I took that as a chance. You know, those two guys I was with were kind of a little sketchy about, you know, trying to actually escape. Because even in their tribe, when we were surrounded by 10, they had about 10 more at their base. But I didn't give a shit. I didn't feel like dying that day. So I took that chance, ran out, and found the first Indian and sliced his neck. Of course, this lured the rest of the group of them. And again, we were surrounded. Well, old Mad Dog here wasn't ready to die. So with them, we seen this as I just looked back at my squad mates and kind of, I guess, came into an agreement that if we die here, we're going to die a glorious death. We used that, actually fought every last one of those Indians. One guy died, the other one grievously injured. Me, myself, I was injured. But somehow, I don't know, I guess you can call it God. Not much of a believer myself, but somehow we were able to come out on top and kill every last one of those Indians. I didn't want to leave the man that, of course, died on me, just to, I guess I just wanted to show him a little respect at least. I wanted them to have a proper burial. The other guy couldn't really walk. So I took the other guy, threw him on my shoulder, and I grabbed the other guy's body and dragged him by my left hand. And I walked all the way back to my base camp. And I guess a little extra to it, if you're wondering how I got the name Mad Dog, I got it from the guy that threw on my shoulder who was injured. He gave it to me. The reason why was because I fought so frantically. I felt like no human being. In his eyes, I fought like no human being he's ever seen. So I don't know. I guess you can look at that as a victory. I just seen it as another day I lived.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's intense.
So yeah, each interlude is just one person gets to do that, and I'm gonna pick a different person next interlude. So look out for that. And once all four of you have gone, then we'll start over again. So yeah, we don't go through all four players in one interlude, unfortunately.
Oh,
so,
of course not. That would take forever.
Yeah, that'll take forever. So that was awesome, Mad Dog. Thanks. So next interlude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of y'all.
It was good. Good on the fly story.
All right.
No, I actually made it up prior.
Oh well, excellent either way.
Wow, way to ruin it.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
I thought you
just
said you didn't have it prepared.
You can have it prepared.
probably
Well,
didn't
as
have
long
the
as it's just a
details
backstory
prepared.
thing,
Yeah.
I'm down. I was just
Sure.
pulling his chain. So that night, you guys are gonna spread out around the town. So, what's your strategy here on where you guys are gonna be individually? Unfortunately, I don't have like a town map. So
That's fine.
just kind of give me a general idea. Like, I'm gonna be at the north end of town on the outskirts, or I'm gonna be standing on the saloon roof. Give me something along those lines.
What
Is
are
that for
the
the
agents
night?
doing?
There are no
Yeah, for
agents.
tonight.
Oh, they're not backing us up on this?
They are, but they're not agents.
Oh, you know what I mean, man. Like the two
All right.
motherfuckers. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So Dan is gonna be up on the saloon roof. That sounds like a good idea. And then um, Sean is going to be he's going to be hiding in a storefront. You know, he's going to sneak his way into the storefront while the owner's asleep and kind of hide just within the panes of the glass behind some like a table and watch. And he's going to be at the northern end of Bisbee, which is the closest end to the end of the line where they say the cavern is. So that's where he's going to be. So he's going to be at the far northern end, hiding in a building. And if any of you ask, or if any of you watch him, he pulls out like lockpicks and he like breaks in all sneaky beaky like. So that's where those two are going to be.
Okay, well, I mean, even when we're in the more mountainous areas, they're like woods, like one of those wooded mountains.
I wouldn't go too far from the town. But
It's southern Arizona. I don't know if there'd be a whole lot of woodland.
Yeah, woods. Well, I just asked to make sure. I'm not going far out from the town, but I'm gonna go a bit out, like a little further out.
Yeah, Arizona's not really like. I mean, there may be like shrubs, you know, like maybe
Yeah.
chest high shrubbery,
Yeah, actually, I'll take that. Yeah, let's just
and
let's
maybe
say
some
go into,
like really spindly trees, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say like the opposite of the guy who was at the north end. I'm gonna go to the south end of town, a little bit out, too far, a little bit out into the outskirts, and kind of just lay down.
Alright, so you're going into the outskirts of town on which cardinal direction?
South.
South. Okay, go ahead and type it so that it'll be there, and I'll type one for Dan. And Sean. And just for the video, go ahead and say what you're doing and then type it, or type it and say it. Doesn't really matter the order. So Decker.
So, given where Sean is, I'll hold like a northeast kind of part of town, ideally within shouting distance. Get a better close off, because I'm sure if one of us sees one, you know, if it sees just us by itself, probably not gonna go well.
Right.
We're all dead.
All right. What about Lewis and Gwen?
I'm trying to think where my actor would be. He would probably want to be inside, but he doesn't want to be too far. However, he cannot lock picks.
Well,
Chill.
the saloon is open.
I don't want to be inside the saloon.
Where a lot of is like a lot of where the potential targets are. But there's already a guy on the roof. I see your point. You could take the northwest.
Yeah, but where could I guess I could hide behind a stack of barrels or something.
I'm just gonna try to climb on top of somebody's roof.
Oh, you know what? It's a mining town, no?
Yeah. You know.
I'm sure
vaguely.
there's carts around.
You know, hide in a mine cart.
No, there might
in a
be
mine cart,
cold
but just-
carts. Yeah.
Yeah, just normal carts that are probably empty with no horses. And my character would assume, judging by the characteristics of how the disappearance have been happening, that these things most likely fly, or at least have some way of thing other than just walking. So he's gonna hide under a cart. He is smart.
Okay. And then type
I'm
that
gonna
out
get
in
kidnapped.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'll probably be near the saloon. I'll
Tuck, right?
probably be on the ground, though. I don't like the idea of being, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna be somewhere near the saloon. I guess towards... which direction is the saloon? Is it in the north or south? In the middle?
What? The saloon?
Yeah.
The saloon's like dead middle of the town.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be south of it. Just, like, not too far away from it, but kind of south. And I'm gonna be hiding behind something.
That is a good point.
And where are you hiding, Gwen? What's your locale of hidingness? Like, I know where
I don't
you
know,
are.
whatever's around, like, in,
So, like, barrels or whatever.
you know, if there's,
Yeah.
like, some barrels, I may kind of hide, like, in the barrel if I can.
Okay.
Or, you know, something like that.
She'll turn sideways and be invisible.
Alright, so everyone make a stealth check.
Oh man. Oh, it's gonna have to be unskilled. You son of a bitch.
Rip.
Wow. I don't have. This is sad.
Like the only game I'm not stealthy in.
Whoa, alright. No one has stealth.
No.
Wait.
Everyone got a 1 except for Lewis, which got a 0.
That's not
Yes.
really worth it. You know
How
what?
do
I'm
you
gonna
get a 0? Oh, because you got -2.
-2.
I'm gonna throw in nothing. I'm not gonna do it.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna go ahead and spend one of my chips.
okay. You remember which corner you're in?
I wrote this down.
I'm in the upper right.
I'm in the
bottom
bottom
left.
right.
So
Yes,
bottom.
Gwen, you are bottom right. So that would be there.
Good work, Gwen.
Alright, that's a reroll?
I'm zoomed in. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
fine.
reroll. Wait, does the red? What does the red do? Is it a reroll? Or
You can
The-
get
okay.
you can add a D6, but it also gives Jake a chip.
Or you can spend it as a white, and that won't give me a chip, which is
Yeah.
just a reroll. But if you roll the red, it's just you add a d6 to whatever result you got.
No. Well, I'll just go ahead and use the lot lens. It's whatever.
Okay. 5,
Worth
nice.
The barrel
You know-
scheme actually works.
The only time that ever happens.
She went full solid snake. She's hiding in a box.
I am the snake of the
So
snake.
the rest of you, other than Gwen, you guys hide in air quotes, and when you look around, well, I mean, technically, I guess none of you are really in line of sight of each other. But if you were, you'd be able to see each other, and you'd be like, oh boy. So in fact,
Like, you
actually,
look
Mad
like a
Dog, since you're on the
dumbass.
outskirts of town, like you're out of the town, you can probably see Decker hiding atop a roof.
I'm just gonna shake my head and laugh. No giggle.
There's the dude who's standing out in an open field, not hiding. Your bush does not cover as much as you think, sir.
You're all like, wait, where'd
No.
Gwen go?
I am the bush.
I can see you!
I am one with the bush.
And me, it's probably like I'm hiding under a cart and I realize there's way more than I expected under a cart. So I'm like, it's fine, it's gonna be a moonless night and it's just pure like super moon. And I'm like, fuck.
Your arms and legs are sticking out.
I like the idea of a super moon.
You do know it exists,
Don't-
right? When the moon is the closest to Earth and it's super bright, super big. It's
Don't we
basically
have that
almost
right now?
daytime. We had one recently, yes.
The next one is
All right,
December 14th.
and now all of you make notice checks with a -1 modifier because of the lighting.
Okay. Ahoy. Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, I got a 10. Wait. Yeah, I got a 10.
All right, these are going to be opposed checks.
I got a 9.
I'm gonna attempt a reroll on this. I can't pull out my... I gotta pull out my fate chip.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I tried because it
Empty.
didn't open it again. I got exactly the same result. I'm really happy I rerolled.
Actually,
Yeah,
take
you're
that
stuck
fate
with
chip
that.
back.
Oh yeah, I got 2 1s.
You got snake eyes. Yeah.
Apparently the game knew that too.
Game is like, no, you can't do that. Gwen, are you satisfied with your 3?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm not, you know, like, trying uber hard or anything here,
You forgot to poke a hole in the barrel.
right? I mean,
So
you
as
know,
you guys are-
I'm hiding.
Hiding in, in your respective locations. Mad Dog. You feel like this cool mountain breeze kind of cross your face, and as it does, you hear a whisper that says, "Charlie Willis."
God damn it.
and that makes you look
Can
around.
I react? Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
when you look around, you spot this man-sized figure skulking through the underbrush at a surprising rate, and he seems to be aware of you. He's trying to hide from you, but you spot him as he ducks behind a rock.
Okay. Yeah,
Do
a
I-
few things I could do here.
Do
You
I
know,
happen to see any of this?
Decker, you spot a single figure darting behind buildings on the opposite side of the street from you. And you, let me double check. So you're on the northeast side.
Yes.
So yeah, you can see that if he knows where Lewis is, he's heading for Lewis.
Wait, there's two things coming after me? I just want to make sure.
No. One's
Okay.
going after you, and one's going after Lewis.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got mixed up.
I'm probably as clueless as can be. If it's friendly, it's probably going like, Lewis! Lewis! And I'm like,
So I see this, and is it moving? You said it was moving fast.
Yeah,
It darting.
darting between
Um,
buildings, in the backs.
Yeah, right. Through walkways? Like, is it on the ground?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's nice and in the center of town,
It's on the center town. It's behind the buildings on the opposite street, on the opposite side of the street. So let me try to articulate. There's like one road going through town, right? That's how small this town is. You're on one side of it on a roof. On the opposite side, on the back of the buildings, that's where you're spotted.
Oh, this way. Okay, I see it. I got you. That is mighty unfortunate. I'm going. How far away from Sean am I?
From Sean,
Yeah.
like 2 houses down, maybe. You can see him. Well, I mean, like you can see where he is. He's actually quite hidden.
Oh well, I'm sure he can see me.
Right.
So, yeah, man. I guess with that knowledge, I'm gonna start motioning. Oh, I'm just gonna start motioning, not like looking at him, but just where I'm sure he would see me with his excellent observation skills, and start pointing, like, the direction in which the unknown entity is running.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
A few
You
seconds
think
after you do that, you see the door in the building he is slowly open, and he comes out, and he's got his Winchester shotgun, lever action shotgun in his hand. He comes out, steps onto the wooden porch, slowly closes the door, and he starts going real sneaky. Like he took off his spurs. Actually, I don't think either the brothers have spurs because they don't have horses. It's kind of pointless. So he's walking, and you're a few houses down. You can't hear his footsteps at all. He's real quiet, and he's headed over towards Lewis.
Excellent. As gracefully as I can manage, I'm gonna start trying to get down.
Okay. So you start working your way down, and you're doing it. Are you doing it trying to stay quiet about it, or are you just like fuck it, go?
Well, no, I mean he's being slow and steady. I'll give it a shot. Is it a stealth check again?
Most likely.
Probably, yeah.
How about knowledge occult?
I'm gonna go with new.
Damn.
All right, yeah, you're not really quiet. As soon as you start heading down and everything starts creaking and your feet, your boots bump against the wood, you're pretty sure the resident of this building is awake, among other things.
Oh, that's fine. Now the creature's got more than one target.
All right. And Gwen, you're in the
But me?
saloon, right? Oh, you're
No,
south
south by
of the
the people
saloon
inside
in a
the
barrel,
house.
right? Okay. Lewis, it's all quiet where you
yes,
are.
am I dead yet?
Kind of nice. Mad Dog, what do you do about this guy that's making inroads towards you? He's closing in on you.
Yeah, imagine he noticed me noticing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm laying down. I'm like, pull out a pillow when I take a sleep. It's like, don't disturb me. No. Oh, well, I know it's
do you have a
bad.
weapon out?
Me? No.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say, before you do anything, I noticed him. I look straight back at the town, right?
Yep.
I put my right hand through my duster on my weapon. Put my left hand on the ground as I kind of get up. And I roll. It's all I can think of. I can roll, and once I get in the right position, I aim. Pray to God.
All right. Well, he's behind a rock by the time you get in position. So you're prone and you're pointing your 6-shooter at him? Behind the
crouch.
rock he was in? Okay, you're crouched.
Yeah.
You get up to a kneel. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so Lewis.
Yeah.
Again, everything's real quiet where you are. And suddenly the cart that you're under gets violently rolled forward over your head and past you. Your heart kind of skips a beat and you roll over, and this sinister, pale, bald humanoid with 6-inch long fingernails per hand towers over you and hisses. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Ah, Lewis is dead.
Lewis is like, how about no? Roll to disbelieve.
All right.
If I
Yeah.
disbelieve hard enough with
We'll be
razors,
back in
they
5
think it'll
minutes,
go
so 15 after we'll come back, and the first thing we're going to do is have
Okay.
Lewis make a guts roll.